I've been riding his butt hard.
Oh, I'm Ryan Newman, and I'm so hard.
Jared, I have beef with you. You cheated on me.
William. Will.
Hey, Will, you got clothes on?
Jeff Green has jumped down here. Gonna get a hug from wife Michelle.
How big was it, you reckon?
Rather.
It sounds big.
Yeah.
If you felt it like that.
Yeah, it was about almost the size of a top of a pencil eraser. I mean, legs and all, right? It wasn't tiny.
No.
Ben Rhodes says, I want to come.
We're teammates. You're trying to help him out, but you fucked your other teammate.
Several cars at the back of the field, and then Jeff Brabham, Ari Lyondike, Tom Sneven, and Michael Andretti as Mario tries desperately to come inside of Bobby Rahal.
No, it's just, Scott moved abruptly and I was coming.
You know what guys want? Men.
My girlfriend Peyton, I begged her to come, so hopefully this will make her come more often, but
It gets tight. It got tight for me many times.
It got tight for me. Got tight between me and you.
Yeah, you shoved me off.
Yep.
You're not a...
An elk's got to do what an elk's got to do, dude.
I couldn't believe that. Yep. I mean, you shoved it inside there, and I was like, all right, that's my teammate McLaughlin. But it gets tight.
I'm coming. Oh, never mind. And just jerk it off.
A bunch of pretty serious beers and a softer one and a gift for you as well.
Oh, yeah, look at that. I don't think that's big enough for me.
You figure you got one of those, Dicks? you probably, it's
been a long time, right? Since I've seen one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are we going for? I'll go after you, mate.
And your OnlyFans is? He's not supposed to answer that.
Okay,
so love this kid.
The prequel. So I'm a big Anakin fan.
I'm thinking Darth Vader because he's got black on black. Show him your black socks too.
Can I see my underwear?
Oh, well, I saw that earlier. I can confirm that's black. But
Michael is having a freakier and freakier ride now.
And they're all hanging in there like, I'm trying. I'm doing all I can. The crew chief is pulling out all the stops. And yet, here we go.
Todd Gilliland gets turned and he's hard.
That's a comer, or that's a goer. Let me show you a comer.
He was probably out of the throttle with the rate that everybody was passing, and everybody just came all over him.
Here we go. I'm taking them off.
And he edges McLaughlin.
It looks smaller than that on the show.
yeah, I have to send out a picture or something.
Yeah.
It's it's cool, man.
That's big.
It has so much detail.
Michael Andretti. Last year, he drank from the PP. And it's pretty clear that it was Danny Sullivan who touched Little Al's rear.
Like a permed mullet kind of thing going on in his photo right here. Kind of like I would want to call him the Rooster. Like he was coming.
Not bad. You want to have a go? Yeah.
It's too wet earlier in the day, so now they got a dirt rhythm section here. 2 different lanes to choose from. Big finger to the inside.
He was on my ass. I felt it.
I got a text from Kurt several months ago, and he said, hey, man, if you have chocolate back on, I'd like to come.
Wow. Whoa. And here comes Nigel Mansell as he comes inside of Fittipaldi. So Fittipaldi comes inside of Scott Goodyear.
I just finally committed to the top and got pounding it a little bit.
Remember, they came together yesterday.
You guys gotta let me know when I'm coming out on top of the guys.
And I don't know about you in specific. I don't think I've ever really talked to you about this, but I think personally, if I'm a driver and I'm in a situation like that, there's something to me about coming from behind.
McLaughlin is coming on the 2-time Indy 500 winner.
It looks like Portengay and Kank.
Looks like Skinner's going to pretty much go home unmolested.
Robert Huffman still up front, but Dave Stacy's been edging. And
final pass down the backstretch as Earnhardt now comes inside Waldrop.
Jeff Bodine was first in line as the cars roared out, and it was Bodine who would lead the first lap, barely edging Winston Cup points leader Dale Earnhardt.
But it's very hard to see because you're up someone's rear end. You can't really see anything.
It's like letting Tiger Woods get within, a few strokes in the final round.
He's always going to make it close on me. He doesn't give me an inch, but I'm not going to give him an inch back.
Could he have held off Larson? I don't know. Larson was coming pretty quickly.
Pulled over. We made a U-turn.
We're getting pulled over, and I pulled over into a strip club.
It looked like the two BN guys kind of came into each other and slowed up, and Simon had nowhere to go and just went right over the top of them.
It feels to me like he kind of lost it. You talk about him coming in from the outside. He kind of comes in.
Well, it just about tries to jerk it off. If you put your hand out the window of a car, you know what it feels like. Try that at 230 miles an hour.
And you can see he is just edging closer and closer to him.
I had a great time talking to him, and was thankful that you came. And I've been teasing you about.
You got to suck it in sometime.
I'm going to tell you.
I used to only suck it in on certain pictures. Now all of them.
All right. So I'm thinking I can do it this time because I remember how we did it. Well, he does it a different way. He screwed me.
George pushed us to come, which I'm glad he did. And he said, oh, it'll be okay. You know, I'm like, no, it's too big. It's too fast. Let me tell you, fast is fun.
Everybody in Mexico jumps up and down when this man comes on the screen.
This is where Rahal should be able to pull out and jerk it.
Where you're supposed to go, like in between 3 and 4, he just waited, then he went, he stopped, he stopped, and I knew that was going to happen. As soon as I checked up, because he checked up again, I knew I was going to get pounded. So,
you know, I asked to get really tight, and sometimes you pay the price when you get over that crown that way. But
looking down to the inside, just not quite enough room there, buddy. And up he comes.
But it gives you some idea, a little more idea of how much of a pounding you take.
Mario and Little Al were coming quickly. They pulled up and they finished.
All right, we want you to come.
There, but keep them tight. Don't move. Keep them tight.
And you called Mauricio Mo. In fact, that's what the Pac West team calls him, Big Mo. And he is big, strong, and fast.
The rubber actually begins to build up in what they call little tiny balls.
A lot of desperate men in this field.
Be sure to watch, if you're a viewer, to the front of the car and watch one of the crew members twist those nuts.
Yeah, I mean, other than myself, I feel like they're two of the most aggressive drivers on the tour, and I knew they were going to be coming hard.
You're riding with Harvick, who led when we went to caution. Stewart beat him out.
If you can cool him just a little bit, you can do that. Of course, he's gotten by. See, it's still wet right there. You see the dampness there?
Everybody tight once again.
We saw at Iowa, Jacob Abel was coming.
I said, well, you know what's more dangerous than you being ice, man? I said, I'm black ice, baby. You don't see me coming.
We got to wait for Danny to go because he's got big balls.
Well, Gary, you're absolutely right. We saw him move earlier where he went to take a look underneath Scott Pruitt, and Scott came down on him, and Jimmy probably thought, wait a minute.
I'm like halfway through the corner, I just get railed.
That left Paul Tracy with no opportunity to go down inside him. Fittipaldi comes inside Little Al.
Tora Takagi crowds Max Wilson on the way into turn 3. You got to give a guy some racing room. You just can't plow into him and expect him to turn and use him as your girlfriend on the way into the corner, and that's just what happened.
You know, my daughter goes, okay, Dad, let's shoot something for advance right here. Look up at this phone. I said, okay, world, we're coming. You know, I had to always hustle, and I had to tell a story. Yeah. And they told me my grandpa was hung.
Well, when I started, you know, actually when Dale came to me about coming on board,